on Facebook. If you're not aware, I want you to be aware of it. So the TTDF is having a recruitment drive.
Are you ready to serve? The Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force is seeking suitable candidates to participate in its recruitment drive 2022. Applicants must be a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, of good character with no criminal record as evidenced by a police certificate of character issued in the last 3 months, or evidence of payment for the certificate. No less than 18 years and no more than 25 years of age as at 30th September 2022. Interested candidates who meet the minimum advertised criteria are asked to present themselves at one of the assessment centers. Candidates can once again refer to the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force's social media pages for more information.
So there you have it. The recruitment process is happening. So just to let me share that with the listening public, those of you who are considering and you're wondering, job opportunities, and you are somebody who, let's say, you want to be a part of the Defense Force. So there you have it. They are recruiting persons to be a part of, just be a part of what's going on. So I hope that you took the information down. I hope if there are any adults who know of any young person who want to be a part of the Defense Force, can take the information to them. Because we are about making sure that you have the information so that you can do the needful. All right? So yesterday I would have played for you a video. I don't know how many of you remember the video I played for you yesterday. But yesterday I played for you a video, and it's very interesting. Very, very interesting, the video I played for you yesterday. And I just wanted to continue to share with you and hear your views. We continuing on the theme. I keep sharing with you no moral authority. All right, we are aware that there are some people in our society today that want to appear as though they are squeaky clean, and we want to let them know that they have no moral authority to speak to us and tell us anything about, recruiting yourself or stepping down and stuff like that. We're not into that. You have to have some sort of, we are setting back the bar. As a nation, we need to set the bar. And we're putting back things in place to let people know, hey, you cannot just want to tell me podcast called Kettle Bottom Black. You can't tell me, you understand? You can't want to hold me to some high esteem when you are not. When you want to do what you want, say what you... Mr. Satmaraj would have said it, and we did not understand the depths of what he was saying. Mr. Satmaraj, strange enough, I had to be quoting Satmaraj. Very strange, eh? How I have to now quote Satmaraj, when Satmaraj would have said, hey, you can't eat what you want, drink what you want, do what you want, and just want to show up and tell people. No. You can't do that anymore. And before he died, he said it. In your own life, you don't let people who life in a mess. Well, sometimes let me take that back, because there are some people who allow people who who can't even get their own life together, who not even trying to get their life together. Speak to them and tell them how to get their life together. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, the politics of Trinidad and Tobago dictates that, we as a nation need to stand up for something. So yesterday I would have played a clip by Miss Bissessa, and Kingsley would have said, that 300,000 persons would have voted for Ms. Bissessa. So she has the right to ask for the removal. As the official opposition, she has the right to ask for the removal of the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago. And I am saying, whereas she may think she has the right to ask for the removal, she, as we all know, as a country, we know that the things that happened under her purview, under her government, under her governance, in no way she can now come to want to dictate the pace of our government. There are other opposition voices that can somewhat put that in the public domain to get a fair hearing. That's my view. You may not share that view. You might think that what Kingsley said is right. But then if I have, there's always have a saying when you're living in glass house, do pelt stone. There's some women will tell you, when you have a girl child, don't talk about somebody else's girl child. And there are some people who would say, when you have children, don't talk about other people's children. Because when you talk about other people's children, you watch your child. So I'm putting all of that in perspective to let you know that I personally don't believe that Ms. Bissessa has any moral authority to tell anybody anything about our Attorney General. I don't think so. I don't believe that. I don't accept that. That's my view. Because I'll tell you this, how hypocritical our society can be. Let me tell you how hypocritical we can be as a society. If today or tomorrow, right, you hear Pastor Google thief $20,000, and then I come on the radio and tell you, don't thief $20,000, what will you call me? I want you to put it in the chat. What will you call me if I were to take the position where you hear Google thief 20,000? He thief 20,000. What will you say? What will you put in the chat? Put in the chat. From the time I appear and I put on the microphone and I say, Trinidad and Tobago, we ought not to be a society of thieves. But you hear I'm thieving. What will you call me? What will you say I am? Not a hypocrite? You wouldn't say you should be the last one to talk about thieving? Wouldn't you say that? Would you not say that? Put it in the chat. What you would call me if you hear today or tomorrow Google thief 20,000, right? But I come in and I don't know that only know I thief 20,000. And I sit in front of this microphone and I put it on and I say, Trinidad and Tobago, we are a society of thieves and we should not thief. What would you call me? Huh? What would you call me? Tell me what you would call me. Put it in the chat. And on that note, that's where I'm taking the backdrop. I'm taking the position, Trinidad and Tobago. That's why I'm taking the position of letting you understand that at the end of the day, we as a society need to take a stand. We need to let politicians know that we want a different society. We can't handle it anymore. We can't deal with your deceitfulness anymore, your lies anymore. Can't deal with it. So you know what? We're asking you to come better. Come better than that. Right? Come better than that. I have something I wanted to touch on also, but I'll leave that for tomorrow because the time is already 1:20. But I want to show you these videos again, just to refresh your memory. And I'm going to add on a video to it and hear your views. Tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, Friday, yesterday I was listening to Mr. Wendell Eversley. Last night I was listening to Mr. Wendell Eversley, and he was on a live, and he was talking about a protest that he's having in Port of Spain on Friday at 8 a.m. And I sat and I listened to the passion and the heart of that brother, Mr. Wendell Eversley. His concerns and his genuine love for Trinidad and Tobago, and getting people to shake up and wake up. Shake up and wake up, or else we are going to end up in more trouble than we already in. So while listening to Mr. Eversley yesterday, I heard him talk about a march that he's having on Friday. At what time, boy? I believe it's 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Can't remember the time right now. But I heard him talk about it, and I want to endorse the march. I want to endorse it. I may not be able to be able to be there in person because of work, but I'm there in spirit, and I want to sit here and endorse that march on Friday. All right? Okay? I want to endorse the march. Somebody on the chat saying that when the Eversley is wasting his time. That's your view. And if you give me a chance, if I had the will, I'll block you. But I don't have that access. I can't access it, but I have to allow you because my technical person isn't here to block you. But if I had the opportunity to block you, I block you already. Out of place. Yes, so on Friday, Mr. Wendell Eversley is having a march, and if anybody know the time of the march, okay, it's 11 o'clock. Somebody is saying on the chat. Thank you very much. So at 11 o'clock, outside the Parliament building, Mr. Wendell Eversley is having a march. And again, I endorse it. And if I could run out there, I'll run out there and show my face and be a part of it. Put my voice behind it. Go on the big truck with my big voice and endorse it. Because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything in Trinidad and Tobago. So let me show you these two videos quickly. Let me thank all of you who jumping on the live very quick. The live is building. The live build up, boy. Wow. A lot of you on the live. Thank you very much. Like you all are just waiting to hear my voice. I appreciate it a whole lot. All right, so yesterday I would have showed you this video. I'm going to put it up for you to see. So yesterday I would have showed you this video. And we would have realized something in the video. So let me show you this video. Yesterday I showed you this video. I want to show you why we need to be out there on Friday with Mr. Eversley. All right, so listen to this video.
I just pause there to let Mr. Ram Logan will take you briefly through the public interest and the factual scenario to this, which is certainly caused because of the figures I've already adverted to. considerable concern in Trinidad because Petro-Trinidad was no longer a major employer and was a very large company, or remains a very large company in Trinidad.
Mr. Clayton, the board knows Mr. Ramlogan very well and has the greatest respect for him. Can you, before he gets to his feet, just explain whether, as caught my eye reading this carefully yesterday, he has had a role in this?
Yes.
Was he the Attorney General for Trinidad and Tobago prior to the general elections of September 15?
He was.
Was he then the Attorney General right up until the general election?
No.
Or had he passed it on to somebody else?
That's correct.
When did he do that?
January 2014 was when Mr. Ramlogan stepped down as Attorney General.
And that I have no confidence in the Attorney General in his office. In light of...
So, you just heard that clip, right? But I want you to listen to this now. So I showed you also in that clip and in that video where the Attorney General would have lied. But look at this and listen to this. Right? Look at this, listen to this. And as you come on the live, I want you to watch this. And then I'm going to take your calls and I want you to listen and be attentive. Don't let anybody fool you. Right? Don't let anybody fool you. Don't allow anybody to distract you or fool you.
The Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi says he intends to write to the Privy Council about the appearance of his predecessor Anand Ramlogan at the Privy Council in a matter against Petrotrin. The Privy Council has expressed an element of discomfort over the appearance of Anand Ramlogan in a matter against Petrotrin, which was initiated while he was the Attorney General. Mr. Ramlogan, along with Richard Clayton, QC, and others, appeared before the Privy Council on March 20th. The Attorney General says during the sitting, Mr. Ramlogan told blatant untruths.
Mr. Ramlogan, in the presence of the full committee of the Privy Council, should never have told the court that he stopped being the Attorney General in January 2014. That is untrue. It is false. Secondly, Mr. Ramlogan's position, as raised by the Privy Council, is untrue in the answer given.
The case brought by social activist Ravi Balgovan Maraj against Petrotrin seeks to overrule the decision of the High Court seeking judicial review of a Freedom of Information request. Attorney General Al-Rawi says Mr. Ramlogan also misled the Privy Council when he implied that the case against Petrotrin and its former chairman Malcolm Jones was authorized by then People's Partnership Cabinet.
Contrary to Mr. Ramlogan's statements via Mr. Clayton to the Privy Council, there was no cabinet decision to sue Malcolm Jones. That is an untruth. There was no factual matrix other than Anand Ramlogan having advised Petrotrin to take action against Malcolm Jones. That therefore demonstrates that Mr. Ramlogan was completely untruthful to the Privy Council.
You all heard that, right? But then Ms. Bissessa is calling on this Attorney General to step down. No moral authority. None whatsoever. None. None. I say none. I say none. It's 1:30. I want to open up the phone lines because these are things that you all need to remember and don't ever forget. You see, when you forget,
I just paused there.
When you forget, then people could tend to take you for fools. You understand what I'm saying, Trinidad and Tobago? And when people believe that they can take you for fools, then, and only then, you know, things happen in this country, then we tend to forget. But I just want to remind you that Ms. Bisasa is saying that, and there's for those of you who are on the live and want to try to, you know, upset the live, Ms. Bisasa is not for country. She is for her party.
The people to support you. So you want to be leader, you said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. You said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. Well, go to hell. You said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell. Well, go to hell. Go to hell.
So that's what we want for leadership in this country. You want a leader who tells you outrightly, I am not for country. I am not for country, I am for party. I am for my party, the UNC. I was going to say something, but I wouldn't say it because I don't want to come across. But if you're saying that you're for country, we are a multicultural, we are a cosmopolitan country. We have different races, different cultures, different everything. But if you're saying, I'm not for that, I'm not for country, don't get tied up, I'm not for country. I'm not for this cosmopolitan, multicultural, multiracial. No, I am for party. I am for my party. And if you're not for party, then go to hell. Go to hell. Go to hell. That is why you have people today who can watch us in our face and say to us, as a political leader, because you're for party, not for country, that, hey, I got my name from my ancestors. You got yours from your slave masters. Catch it? You know, yesterday I was talking to some young men by Royal Castle in San Fernando, speaking to them and talking with them. And I told one of them, I said, I expect better of you. He looked at me. I said, yes. I expect better of you. Why? Because you are a leader, not a follower. You are better than what you are allowing yourself to be portrayed. He looked at me. I said, yes. And I explained to him that I've been observing some of your Facebook page, some of your posts on Facebook, and I've been observing your WhatsApp status and the things that you are allowing to control you politically, the views. You're better than that. Because you need to think, Trinidad and Tobago, and you need to look and, listen to what somebody is not saying to you. And we are so confused as a nation, and we are so much allowing social media to control our thoughts. And that is why the People's National Movement need to understand that social media is dictating the mindset of people. So while you all don't want to be politically social, or let me find the right words, while you all don't want to be social media pyong, and it take all of that, and I don't have to be on TikTok, and I don't have to be on Facebook, and no. While you want to pat down, others are not. And I'll tell you this. On the 15th of June, 2022, remember, I tell you, and I'm saying to you, that the local government elections, whenever it is called, is going to be fought not on mainstream media, but on social media platforms. So, let me tell you how it's going. The UNC have something called, they have their Sunday, they have the press conference that they do on social media, that mainstream media picks up and run with their news from 12 midday on Sunday. Monday morning, they are in the news. You hear that? So Sunday, they have the press conference. Sunday midday, they are in the news. Monday morning, they are mainstream news. After that, on Sunday, they have the Monday night forum. Right? Which started off as a virtual report and is now making its way into a public meeting. Right? But they started their virtual report every Monday on social media. Right? After that, they have their cottage meetings that they do in the week. They have a cottage meetings. Any of you listeners, tell me, the People's National Movement, what? Dr. Rowley would have had something called something with Meet the People or something like that. I can't remember how it go. But that just be in out. Once in a while. Once in a while, we may have a big major meeting because of issues that might just be the public domain, and it might just be so confrontational or so in your face that they call a political meeting quick to clear it up. But listen to the consistency of the UNC. They have their Sunday report, virtual report, that goes into Sunday lunchtime news, Monday morning news. Then they have the Monday night forum that goes into Tuesday mainstream news, and they set this topic and the pace for discussion for the rest of the week. And whatever comes out of these things that I just pointed out to you, well then, if it's in your face, the People's National Movement then calls a mass political meeting and address it. I am saying we have to do better than that. We have to do better than that. We have to do better than that. And Google Aisha, Sharon, Dominic, what my boy name on I-95, we name Darian Marcel. We could defend as much as we can. But let me tell you something, the best person to defend me is me. And the others who come up behind me will just put the icing on the cake. I'm going to the phone lines, 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791, and 466-5391. Give me a call and tell me what are your thoughts. Time for you to talk on Street 919 FM. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, my brother.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I totally agree with you. Because besides those programs, Sunday, Monday night forum, I have Anna Roberts practically every night on Facebook or on our radio station. Plus I have our next one. Plus our Mighty Canada Williams and Roberts on our station. Plus our Roberts. And Dominic only coming on and you only coming on for a few hours. We need some ministers or somebody to come to support or somebody from the PNM to give some kind of PR. That is what breaking me down. Because everyone, they can tell you anything, unless them give you the information to fight against them, we're behind time. We have to do our own research. It's time that the PNM of itself be able to lash back at them without a major issue coming back. If you go on, the much trolls I have on YouTube, I see a man singing a song about he have no food, and he have the picture how the barbecue eat, and sit down watching them how the barbecue and using that photo to identify a particular race of people. Will you wake up now, PNM, please? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, caller. Hello, good afternoon. Okay, caller, you call me back. Right. So I've said my piece. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pastor Google. I am going on your last point. Pastor Google, I have been saying for the longest while, why is the PNM not just Dr. Rowley? Why don't we have a machinery as the UNC? Why can't we hire young people who are technologically savvy so that as the UNC comes out with their lies whenever they hold their forum, that we are there with researchers who have the truth, who can put it out there on the social media. I am saying young people not going to no cottage meeting and know nothing. Everybody is on their phone. There is the Heliconia Foundation. Can't we have a couple of these children or young people doing the research or have researchers in the background feeding the young people to put out the correct information to dispel the lies that the UNC put out daily? Why can't we have that kind of machinery? I keep asking, what really is Laurel Lizama's job?
Well, her job is not social media, you know. Her job is PR.
Right.
So what Miss Lizama will do is, as the information comes out from like the parliament, like the bill that was passed and other stuff, her job is to publish it, like put it out, let people know. The social media aspect is somebody else.
Well, we need, I know Avinash was also on the social media, but Pastor Google, we need a barrage of people strictly dedicated to social media, but with the truth, dispelling. So if as fast as the UNC put something, we counteract it, it will soon stop, you know. It will soon stop. But we do not have the kind of machinery, and we cannot wait on Dr. Rowley only with conversations with the people. Where are all the other ministers?
If people were to do like what Mr. Foster Cummings is doing in his community, let me tell you something. I was there with Mr. Foster Cummings on Sunday, and I would tell you, if every member of parliament do what he is doing, I don't think the UNC has a chance.
Exactly. But I
because
don't know how
I look at it, I looked at his machinery on Sunday, and I'm like, wow. Wow. Because obviously you're walking through the community. He would ask, I hear him ask, what is the problem? Tell me what everything is, what is what? And he would they would tell him what, there's somebody there, I would call him a scribe. They're taking note of everything that the complaints and what, you know, the person has issues with. And I was like, you know.
Excellent. Yes. And if it was not for you, Sharon, Aisha, Dominic, I don't know what would happen for us hearing some things. No, and let me tell you, it's not that the PNM is not working enough.
Thank you.
There is so much work going on in areas. We are not getting it on. Media is not bothering with the PNM and all the work.
No,
only the people in the area could say, of course we have things going on in our area.
Yeah.
Every area could tell you something going on. PNM is doing work. But where is it publicized for another area to know?
Thank
if
you.
work going on in Gasparilla, how I could know work going on the Beatam, how I could know work going up Sandy Grande. Oh God, all you get out there and do something, man.
All right, Mommy.
All right, Pastor Google.
All right,
the pressure starts to go up.
Only one will fly, man, every stone shall be upturned and false government.
And as the caller rightfully said, there are work that is happening all over Trinidad and Tobago. All over Trinidad and Tobago. All over. All right. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Pastor Google.
Hi, good afternoon.
I good afternoon, the callers and listeners on 91.9 Constructive. So, Kamala Prasad, this is what you'll call a hypocrite. And if the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago want to sanction or whatever, senior counsel Amor, who is the AG, there's hypocrites too. Because right now they have two lawyers. One was implicated in prison gate, and then the same one and another one, Anna Ram Logan, they before the court of the biggest corruption scandal in Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean for misbehavior in public office, and they ain't do them nothing. Them still practicing law.
But wait, while you're touching on those two, right? I just want to throw this in the mix for you. What about the doctor that made the statements? You heard anything about that?
That's what right, and that's what I'm saying. So that is why it is very important that we not get distracted by them thing that them red herring come up with and them throwing out. You see this name calling in this time and this decade of people of Africa understand and we are slave master name. I don't care a hoot who have a problem with me bringing it up all the time, because I'm going to tell you something. Dr. Eric Eustace Williams used the term recalcitrant minority, and I used to think recalcitrant meant Indian, until I went and looked it up, and it just means obstinate and stubborn. Mahabir and all of them put it and had it to say that Dr. Williams said that Indian people. When that word is not for Indian people, that's a word you say everybody. And it has to do with the federation and the breakup of the federation. And the fact, too, that a four-man team went up to England to stop our independence when Dr. Eric Eustace Williams went up there. And they was down here forming a committee, HPC, the biggest Indian racist in Trinidad and Tobago, form a small association called the Indian Association of Trinidad and Tobago. And they said, if Sinbonat and them fail in stopping the independence of Trinidad and Tobago, they was down here waiting to blow up police station to harm people of African descent in the communities. But they don't want to talk about that. So let me tell you something. We are stopping it because we are about unity in this country. And you can't stand up and tell you about your proud Indian name and then tell me we have slave master name and then have the Africans and them who the intellectuals, the sellouts, I call them, jumping out in defense of that. We never say what she says is not true. It's the intent behind what she say. And if it was them, because we see it with the sari skit, how they get on for this piece of cloth, because Satmara said he has seen nothing wrong in that. And they put it all over and people go, yes, and the PNM, and Dr. Oli apologized. That was just for a hit with a cloth. And she tell them we have a we name and all they want to do nothing and tell me what we doing and what we get. All you come out on Friday and stand up in the center Trinidad and Tobago and for unity and love. This is about unity between all the races, and we can't have that. If one race, some Hindu people are saying that because not all Indians want to stand up and divide us with race. Them is the biggest races. You see what it is on Marty Lila, whatever she named, allow Israel can't print on the Express. That piece of hate speech, that should be never allowed in our society. Or let's come out Friday, no time it is gone.
All right, have a call. Hello, good afternoon. Just now, caller. That's not.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Let me ask you all one thing. Are you all okay with how the country is running?
What you saying? If I'm okay with how the country is running?
Yeah.
There are issues. No, don't say all. You're talking to me. There are issues that are happening that some people will have that I think could be addressed differently, and there are there are things that some people would find that is not being dealt with speedily. And I remember one of my spiritual fathers would have indicated to it on the day of prayer, where he said that justice is not coming across swiftly. Justice is taking too long. You asked me a question, I'm answering you.
Go ahead.
Right. So I remember one of my spiritual fathers told the Prime Minister that justice is taking too long. People are languishing in Raymond Yard, and some people are in the prisons, and some of them are innocent, but because of the dragging of the foot of the justice system, that is one of the reasons why we have an out of control crime situation.
So you all think that the PNM is the right thing for the country. Let me finish. I listen to you speak. Let me finish now. You all think the PNM is the right thing for the country, right? And under the PNM, so many things are wrong. Every single thing is falling apart.
Everything was right under the UNC.
Every single.
I want to ask you.
Hold on.
No. Well, yeah, but we're dialoguing. Wait, no.
Right?
This is
every single thing is falling apart. Listen,
caller, I want us to have
better. We were never in the space that we're in right now. Let's be honest. And if you all stop with, if the country stop with the race card, we will reach further.
If
right?
you say
with the race card,
who need to stop with it? Who need to stop with it? Just tell me who need to stop with it.
I'm not even going to say who need to stop with it. Everybody big and they have sense. They know exactly what it is they're doing.
Who?
Right?
No, but we reach a place.
This is the worst government. This is the worst government I have ever seen. Not like this.
Yeah, but hear what I'm saying to you.
Was never like this.
But hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm saying. No. Dr. Rowley.
To come to reality.
Dr. Rowley.
I don't even know Dr. Rowley.
Well, then you can't be on the radio. You can't be on the radio, ma'am. You can't be on the radio. Sorry, I have to cut you off. I have to cut you off. It can't be on the radio if you can't give him the respect that he earned, which is Dr. Rowley. Then you can't be on the radio. I'm sorry. I can't continue the discussion. But if you're saying to me that we need to stop with the race card, I am saying to you that we talk about we push hate and race and all these things. I always see it. I always get messages of people saying that this radio station or some of us announcers pushing race and hate. I am playing back. Let me tell you something here. All I do is play what Kamala Persad-Bissessar said. That's all I do. And if playing that is pushing hate and race, well, then you need to tell her to stop it. You need to tell Ms. Bissessar that she needs to stop pushing race and hate. That's what we need to do. We can't pretend and you want to pretend and dance it around. Let's be real. When a leader says something like this,
the people to support you. So you want to be leader, and said you want to be whatever it is, prime minister. It don't work so. You have to support your party. You say you support country before party. Well, go to hell. Go to hell.
If you support country before party, well, then go to hell. Go to hell. You can't tell me a leader is saying that, and then you're telling me that about race? Who pushing race? Who pushing the race? Who pushing the race, Miss Lady? When a leader could watch you and tell you that, hey, X, Y, and Z. I not for country, I for my party. And then you want to tell me about race? Trinidad and Tobago, I'm out of here. I think I have enough. I've that caller came in, and I think I reached to the end of the program. Have a good afternoon, everyone.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Is it all right if I give you some Caribbean reggae music? Worship this afternoon. Well, everybody just dance with you right now. We are to magnify the name of Jesus. Yes. This song goes like this. Watch it, look. So we stand and lift up our hands. Hey, for the joy of the Lord is my strength. Hey, so we bow down, worship Him now. How great, how awesome is everybody help me say. We say. So we say. Give us some music again, please now. Right now where you are, in your homes, just begin to worship the name of Jesus. The song, love, we say. So we stand and lift up our hands. Lift it up, for the joy